2 months into the job, something really hit me. No clue how to do a business. And I was so frustrated, so confused. There was, of course, a lot of guilt, a lot of shame. This is exactly how I went from being an MBA graduate to getting myself a 9 to 5 good corporate job, then quitting that job, getting myself into business, and being fully booked, financially free at a very young age. This is my journey, which I am going to be sharing with you all. I've divided this reel into 3 parts. In part one, I'm going to be talking about why I quit my job, what was the reason, what was the mindset that I was carrying. Two is divided into what I actually did after quitting my job and everything that happened in between. Part three is my key takeaways for anybody and everybody who's watching this video right now. Let's get into it. My parents were both in government jobs, and their expectations from me were to just get myself a good MBA degree from a reputed college and get myself a good corporate job in an MNC. 2 months into the job, something really hit me. And I found myself in a situation where I felt like I cannot do this forever. And I did talk to a lot of seniors as to understand what was happening with me. And everybody told me that it's the beginning, you take time to get adjusted to it because of the routine. But I was not satisfied. I did not have that feeling of fulfillment that, yes, this is something that I am enjoying doing. And from 11 to 7, I am constantly working on my laptop and I have no clue as to what is happening outside of this work environment. That just blew my mind because at that point, I instantly knew I could not keep doing this for the rest of my life. It will never give me fulfillment, no matter how much money I'm making out of it. So I made a decision for myself. I wanted to quit my job. When I told this to my mother, she was completely shocked because, of course, they've invested so much in my MBA and they sent me outside of my home city to study. And now I'm saying that 2 months after the job, I don't want to do it anymore. I wanted to become a makeup artist. Beauty industry was the only industry that was making sense to me, and I knew that I would do something good in this. There was, of course, a lot of guilt, a lot of shame, a lot of fear that what if I fail? What if it doesn't work out? Everybody will start blaming me. But eventually, I just thought to myself that this is my life. I am so young. This is the time to take all the risk. This is the time where I can choose things for myself. Even if I fail, it's okay because I at least tried. And I would not die with the regret that I wanted to do something, but just because what people are going to think, I did not do it. Part number two, leap of faith. No clue how to do a business. I mean, when we talk about business is not just about getting a client and making money out of it. It's not like that. There is a lot of whole new personality that you have to develop in order to make a business sustainable, scalable, and make just it grow. Gave myself 1 year ultimatum. I told myself that if I'm able to make it within 1 year, then I'm going to continue it. If it doesn't work out, I'm going to go back to my regular corporate job. That's it. For the first 6 months, I was obsessively learning. And no, not just learning makeup, I was learning client handling, sales, finances, Instagram handling, editing, drafting, promoting. It was a lot. For the first 6 months, I was obsessively doing all these things. And 6 months into my business, even after doing all of this, no single client, not even a single lead, not even a single client. I don't know what to do now. I am doing everything. Literally, I'm changing myself. I'm not even sleeping. I'm obsessively working. And I was so frustrated, so confused. That was the point where I prayed. I prayed like my life depended on it. I said, please make it work. If you don't give me any business within this year, I'm going to leave this business. I will never do it. I asked for a miracle, and it really happened. Out of nowhere, I got this sudden collaboration from a really influential, reputed, and renowned personality of my city. Next day, my DMs were flooded. Flooded. And when I say flooded, so for 6 months in my business, I was just learning, learning, learning. And the next 6 months of my business, I was almost 70% booked. My slots were packed, and I made 3 times of what I invested in my business within the first year of my business. For the second year, of course, we got a lot of recognition. We also got viral for our work, and we got featured in some of the biggest newspapers of India, in Economic Times, Times of India, and the reel just blew on internet. Third year into the business, we have already expanded. We have opened a big studio in one of the most posh locality of my home city, and a lot of clients we are handling. A lot of people are coming in, really loving the services, putting a word forward, getting a lot of recognition. Women are working in the studio, so we are giving employment to them as well. This all feels like a success to me. Lately, my sister also joined hands with me in the business. We have expanded to a jewelry brand as well. So it's all adding up so well. And I'm so grateful that I took that decision at that time. Of course, the path is never going to be easy. It's not supposed to be easy, but the end result is going to be so worth it. I cannot even tell you. Now, at this point of time, when I think about the time where I used to cry and have all those emotions, I just feel everything was worth it. It was all a part of the plan. And that has literally shaped my mindset in a way that even now, when I feel something problematic in business, I have this mentality that this is a part of something bigger. So don't criticize yourself, don't self sabotage, just take it as it is and just go with the flow. Now, coming to the key takeaways of it. Number one, quitting does not always mean failure. It can also mean realignment. Imagine if I had not quit my corporate job 3 years back, I wouldn't be sitting here right now making this video for you all. I would not be so emotionally fulfilled that I'm able to give back to the society. Point number two, always take calculated risk. I mean, if you are working on something and you just feel that it's very hard, I just want to quit it, and you are thinking, oh no, this is not quitting, this is actually realignment. No, you have to have a backup plan. You have to have a direction of where you want to go. Not like, I don't feel like doing A, so I will just leave A. I don't know what B is, right? When you take risk, you always have to give yourself some goals also. If you really want me to make a video about how to set goals, how to achieve them, do let me know in the comment section. I'll make sure the next video is about that. Three, there is no easy way to success. Okay, success demands hard work. You have to be constantly ready to learn, to grow, to fall, to get back up, to rise again. I mean, hard work is something that is inevitable when it comes to gaining success. Those videos you see online and on Instagram about manifestation and everything, thing will work if you are not actually working for it. I mean, you can't just sit idle at home and manifest things for yourself. No, it doesn't happen that way. You have to be actively participating, changing your environment, changing your mindset, working towards it in order to achieve your goals. Working hard is something that you cannot just wave off. Pray silently, pray even if you have fear. Be very honest with your clients, whatever you are giving them, be it a product, be it a service, just be very honest with what you are doing. Honesty is something that will genuinely take you places. I really pray and I really wish that whoever is watching this video, they get inspired to take that first step. Their story shines brightest in the world. This is not just my story, it can be yours as well. So just have faith and just take that first step. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.